Welcome to the 2024 Jets offseason. We're already here. Davante Adams liking stuff on Twitter. Thomas Morstead made an interesting post. Will the Jets land Davante Adams in the offseason? We shall see. Folks, let me know your thoughts right now. Do you want the New York Jets to go after Davante Adams and reunite with Aaron Rodgers and pair up with Garrett Wilson? Or do you rather them go elsewhere at that wide receiver spot, like a Mike Evans in free agency, a D. Higgins in free agency, maybe go into the draft and get a wide receiver? Because we all know the New York Jets are going to be in the market to get a big-time wide receiver next to Garrett Wilson. We saw that Garrett Wilson is officially changing his number to number 5, as Thomas Morstead handed him that number 5 jersey. Davante Adams liked the tweet about Garrett Wilson changing his jersey to number 5, where a lot of speculation is, that means number 17 is open for Davante Adams. He's coming to the Jets guaranteed. Now, the reason why this makes sense is because we heard a lot of reports that the New York Jets and Joe Douglas was aggressively pursuing Davante Adams at the trade deadline, but it fell through. That Raiders were not interested in trading Adams. Therefore, there was no deal to be made. It takes two to tango. You can't blame Joe Douglas for not getting Davante Adams because, listen, the Raiders didn't want to trade him. And then a few weeks later, they fired their coach, and the Raiders' season kind of plummeted, even though we couldn't beat them when I was in Vegas. Thanks for that. But I definitely want to share my thoughts about this whole thing because it is the offseason, and this is where all the speculation comes in. So first and foremost, I want to share this picture. Thomas Morstead responds to a Jets fan, Anthony in Levittown, of Garrett Wilson handing his number to 17, Davante Adams. Obviously, this is a Photoshop edit of Davante Adams' face on Thomas Morstead's face. And Thomas Morstead says, flawless edit. So obviously, Thomas Morstead's already recruiting Davante Adams to New York. Davante Adams did unlike the tweet, I will say, because I'm assuming he realized him liking that tweet is adding so much more speculation across the NFL world, so he decided to unlike it. So if you go to Twitter and you go to Davante Adams like tweets, it's not there anymore, but it definitely was there. I saw it with my own eyes, so I don't have a screenshot of it, but I'm sure you guys will all, realize that was actually happening. So the question is, what is the trade package going to look like, right? The big thing I want to say is if the Jets don't re-signed Bryce Huff, which definitely seems very unlikely. Could he be in the trade package for Davante Adams to Las Vegas? That would be the best case scenario, because for the best case scenario is we re-sign Bryce Huff, we franchise tag him or something. He's with the Jets next season. But it does seem like Bryce Huff is going to be really hard to retain. He's not going to take a home discount. He wants to get paid as an undrafted free agent. Playing the way he's done this season, breaking out, I don't blame him. But maybe they can include him in a tag and trade opportunity, or they just have to trade some draft capital for Davante Adams. Now, I'll say right here, I would love the Jets to get Davante Adams. I know some people prefer T. Higgins or Mike Evans, and I will be totally open for T. Higgins or Mike Evans for sure. But the reason why I love Davante Adams is he was the number 1 receiver with Aaron Rodgers in his back-to-back MVP seasons. The familiarity is there. And how many times throughout this past offseason did we hear Aaron Rodgers and everybody compare Garrett Wilson to Davante Adams? So how awesome would it be to get Davante Adams on the Jets and pair him up with Garrett Wilson and have those two as our number 1 and number 2, or you can say 1A, 1B wide receivers in the Jets offense with Hackett. Obviously, Adams is familiar with Hackett, so he don't have to worry about learning a new system, learning new verbiage. He's comfortable with Hackett already. He's comfortable with Aaron Rodgers, so it kind of fits in like a glove. I think it's all speculation. It's not guaranteed, but there's definitely a lot of buzz around Davante Adams coming to the New York Jets in the offseason. So let me know your thoughts right now in the comments. Do you want the New York Jets to pursue Davante Adams, or you prefer them to go elsewhere? Maybe not give up draft capital, because the positives to go after a guy like Higgins or Evans is we don't have to give up any assets where they're just free agents. You just pay them a contract, whereas Davante Adams, we have to give him some, give the Raiders some assets to bring him in. On top of that, Davante Adams has a big contract that the Jets are going to have to take in and pay him a lot of money. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys next time. My prediction is Davante Adams, you are a New York Jet.